Hey, thanks so much for being here. Welcome and welcome back. This video is going to be about how has it been in my personal size rings planner for the past month and a half or ish, a little bit over a month. I just wanted to share the experience with you and how I'm feeling about it. So if you're interested, I hope you stick around. So if you remember, I have been actually, well, if you have been following the channel, you will know that I have been sharing all the updates about this planner for a while now. I decided to switch to the a personal size rings back at the end of June, and it started as a need for something different and to kind of switch things around and just kind of start fresh with a new approach to planning. And also, I wanted to participate in the One Book July challenge just to kind of use the opportunity to see if there was anything else that I could try to update my system in a way that was functional and that helped me to, one, get rid of the feeling of needing something new, and second, to make my planner more functional than not. So that's how it started. So all the videos will be in a playlist in case you are interested on seeing the progress and the journey to where I am right now. So I decided for the Malden Filofax in the personal size. This is the stone color, and it feels so good. At the beginning, it was kind of hard for me to open it flat, but I am discovering that the more I use it, the better it works, and the more flat it gets. And I'm thinking that the leather will start giving in the more I use it. I've been in it for about a month and a half, so a lot have, well, not a lot have changed in terms of the setup, but in terms of the feeling itself, a lot has changed. The closure, it's more manageable right now, and again, like I said, it lays much better than it did before. As far as setup goes, I think most of it stays the same in terms of like the pages I'm using, the layouts I'm using, the sections I have. Maybe I added one or two different ones from what I shared with you before. And then I removed also a pocket that I had here, was like a fold out pocket, clear pockets, where I was storing some of these stickers and stuff. And I just found that it was making the planner a little bit more bulky towards the bottom. So I just decided to take it out and just put the stickers and stuff in here. So I just have notes in there, some stickers from Sterling Ink in here for my last order. Another sticker there, washi tape, and sticky notes in case I need them. And then the sticker that I don't know where to put. I just like it, so I just keep it in there. The pockets itself, I'm just gonna go ahead and start talking about the setup. I do enjoy having the chunky sort of setup, but I do realize that I could only go so chunky, I guess, in this rings planner. I didn't change the actual rings. I think these are 30 something. I will list all the specs at the bottom in the description, and also the direct link to it in case you're interested in checking it out. But I did not change the rings. I know that I have noticed that other people that use this planner changed the rings to either because of the color to golden rings or the size. But I think that the size that comes with is just perfect for a minimal sort of setup, but also allowing you room to have multiple sections if you want to. And truly the stone color with the silver doesn't really look that bad. So I'm more of a golden sort of setup rings, but I like how it looks in here, so I'm not bothering on changing any of that. So yeah, so the pockets in here, this is the only thing that I have in here, and I would love to keep it or have it a little bit more decorative with more I don't know, just like aesthetically pleasing to look at. But truly, I don't know, I have the hardest time doing that, so I'm just keeping it functional for now and just keeping what I reach for the most in here. I have just pictures that I have there since the beginning, and then some planning stickers in here that truly I haven't really used lately because I'm using just color codes with my markers, but I still have them there because I do like using those. In this here, this is an A7 zipper pocket that I have a stash for a few of these for my A7 rings planner that I use for cash stuffing, or I am attempting to do that anyways. So I just stole one of the pockets and turned it into an insert for this, so I can keep little pictures like this, and that way they don't look scattered. They're not scattered throughout the planner, and also they don't look messy because I'm covering all these cutouts with two oracle cards that I just decided to use to cover what's in here. Then I have this also another planner cover that I got from my husband a while ago, a few years ago actually, and I love the cover and I kept it around for a while. I think I already told you guys about this, but I just loved it so much that I cut it out and just turned it into an insert to use it here as a divider for sections. I used to have it at the back for my tarot, but since it is a very sturdy, thick cardboard cover, I figured that it will be better if I have it in here in the front, so it protects, I guess, the pages and stuff. So I'm using it right now just to hold the color codes for my sections until I get used to it, I guess. I don't know if I'll keep it here. It doesn't really bother me to have it there as a reminder. I'm using color dots to mark the sections and what they are for, and then the symbols as well. And then here I have a cutout sticky note with my planner routine, which I really wanted to make this a little bit better, but I did want it to have it somewhere for now, so I just wrote it in there. I have some sticky notes in here. This clear divider or page lifter, I think it's actually what it is, came with the Filofax, and I'm just using it to hold sticky notes. Just blank sticky notes here from cloth and paper, and then clear sticky notes from Amazon. I grabbed a bundle of this last year, and I loved having them because first of all, they offer different sizes, and the colors are perfect for a more muted sort of aesthetic looking setup. So I will link those below in case you're interested on that too. Then on the back of that, I just have like my dump note section where if I'm on the phone or something, I just come over here and I write down whatever it is that I want to write down. Different sticky notes with other notes and stuff like that, and reminders that I'd still have to come over here and clean them out. But the idea is to use this big sticky note to just write down any random notes, and then once the sticky note is full, I can just take it out and I will have a clean one at the bottom, the back. So I just keep a few of these at a time so it's not too bulky. I have some tabs here that I have been removing. Then in here I have some sticky notes here that I like to reach for often, so I just kind of switch these around as I go if I need to, or decided to use something different, I will switch them around. And yeah, so this is like my sticky note inbox section sort of thing. Then I have here a list of things that I would like to have in my planner, and this is something that I showed you before I even moved to this planner. I started making this list of things that I would like to have on my planner, and I wanted to kind of really stick to it, and meaning like I could only keep in here what I was really using and what I really needed. So the idea is, again, to only add sections that I really find myself reaching for. So if, for example, I knew anyways that I was going to reach for my monthlies, I like my monthly overview into 2 pages. That's my favorite setup. So but I still added in here, and I only checked it off as I add it and actually use it. So I don't know if that's making sense, but it's a way for me to make sure that the sections and the papers and anything that I have in here, any information, is functional, and I have it because I want to use it and I need it and I read for it, not because somebody else have this section in their planner. Then in back here, I just have the Filofax yearly overview that came with the planner. They actually provided the week in 2 pages setup, but I tried it for about 2 weeks and it just didn't work for me because it has just too much information. It's the multilingual version, and I don't know if they offer any other version, but the one that they included in here is the multilingual, so it has multiple languages. So if there was like a holiday or something like that, it was in multiple languages in just one tiny space. So it just looked too cluttered for what I like to use it. So I just switch it to my own DIY kind of setup. But I did keep a few pages like this one. This is the holidays and the religious festivals tracker for like different, not tracker, but like a highlight for 2024 from different religions. And I just found that curious, I guess, so I kept that in there. And here I'm just tracking the places that we moved. We are RV living, so we move with our RV every so often to different places so we can see different sceneries. And the goal is to at some point find a place where we can buy a land and just build. But we haven't really found a place that we like that much to actually settle and buy. So we are kind of hunting and at the same time just exploring the states. So I'm just going with the flow, no pressure and no rush either. So, but anytime that we moved, I just kind of color coded and track it in here. This is something that I started not too long ago, so I don't have a lot of back information to go. I can go back to 2021, which is the year that we started reliving. So I can go back and just maybe see through my planners and maybe just do the same thing and have them all together. That would be kind of cool to see how many times we moved in a year. So for example, in 2023, we moved 3 times. So there's 3 times. There's these two colors look about the same, but there's difference there in colors. So we were January through July in one place, and then August, September, and another one, and October through December in a different one. So yeah, it's just kind of cool to see. Then it gets me to the divisions, get me to the monthlies, and I just one of the things that I wanted to do was to make sure that the dividers and the sections were arranged in a chronological sort of manner, where I just like based on my routine, my planning routine. So first of all, I will go through here and see if there's anything that I have to update or check. Or if I'm on the phone, it's just easier to come over here and just add notes without having to flip through the sections. And yeah, if I have notes that I have to migrate to the monthlies or dailies or whatever, I'll do that after. But the first planning section, it just made sense to make it my monthly overview, so I know what to do on a monthly. Have the overview first. Each day I do open this one every single day, and I just update whatever it is happening, and then from here I'll go to my weeks, which is within the same section but in a different tab. So the section right here is my planning section, the very first one, and then in here I have my monthly, which is this tab, and then this tab takes me to my weeklies. So that's that. And then so that's my routine, sort of like first my month, then I'll go to my weeklies, which are all DIYs. I decided to just go with my own setups. I did switch the paper from first of all, I was using the Filofax inserts in the blank pages to make my monthlies, but I found that those were so expensive for a very small amount of paper. So I just switched those to the sterling ink inserts in the personal size. I got them when they were on sale, so if I could recommend them to you, I will say to wait until there's another sale. That way you can stack on more. I did get 3 packs, so 300 pages of a pre-cut and sized for the personal size, and even with the golden edges, and it wasn't really that bad. So it was actually cheaper than buying the Filofax inserts. So yeah. So what I'm doing is just creating my own setups. I decided for this layout because it works, and it's so simple and easy and fast to do. So I just have my weekly here on the left, so the days of the week on this encasing or this division here, and then on the right side I'll just go with whatever it is that I want to do that week. If I want to add a tracker, if I want to keep it for notes, memory keeping, other trackers, just whatever it comes to mind when I'm setting up my week. That's what I do. And it reminds me of the Hobonichi Weeks layout, the way I set it up anyways. So this will be the left page where you have the actual days of the week, and then you have the space, and then the blank page. But I just kind of combined it all together in just one page, and that way I have my entire week in just one of these sites. So first of all, it saves me on paper time, and it's just so to the point, and there's not too much space to play around and waste my time, sort of, in that sense. So those are my weeks. I do set them up a little bit different every now and then. So like the actual setups for the weeks. I mean, this actual month on July, I set up all the same, I believe, because I was migrating from my Amazon inserts that I started using at some point, but they were too thick and it was just getting too chunky. So that's when I decided to go for the Tomo River paper, by the way. They still super affordable inserts and a good quality, especially the ones that are blank. I will link them all below in case you are trying to set up your personal size rings and you're trying to keep it on your budget. That will be a good option to get started and see if it actually works, which is truly what I did. I wanted to see if it worked for me and if I liked it and if it was something that I really wanted to invest a little bit more into. And then after the fact, when I discovered different things, it's when I invested a little bit more in this paper. So, but yeah. So when I was migrating to the month of July, I just wanted to keep it simple, and that's when I came up with this sort of layout to keep it just the simplest I could think of, but allowing as well to add as much information as I needed to. So for example, here I have my focus of the week, and then I have this entire place, open space for pictures. That's the plan. I just have to find the time to actually do it. On this side, I did the same thing, focus of the week and notes. So I just left it open for notes. On this one, I just added trackers and a quote up here, and then I just added a to-do sticky note there. On this one, I added a tracker at the top, notes sections, and then some more trackers at the bottom. And then on here, this is the last week of the month, where we switch to August. So I just went ahead and color it differently so I can know it's triggered to remind me that we're starting a new month, and also added the line to divide the two. I will still add these 3 days to the August setup just so I can have the entire week in one page as an overview, even if I have to kind of duplicate the information in some of the days. That'll be fine with. So that's that. Then I have been using this pink the half of one of the Filofax inserts in the pink, the color pages that they offer. It shows the pink one for anything that is personal for tracking. So in here, I'm just tracking anything that I do that is self-care, which, by the way, I have to update. I will, we'll just come over here and add a darkened the square of whatever it is that I did that was self-care. And when I did it this year, it hasn't really been that bad. This month hasn't really been that bad in terms of making time for myself, so that's good. I don't know that I will do exactly this for August. I'm still thinking about it because I did create a different tracker that I will show you in a minute. But yeah, so I still like how it looks, and it prompts me to sort of remember areas that I still have that I should take more care of, I guess. So it looks like I do fix my hair often. I do that every week anyways. Face care, like face masks and stuff like that, it's only once a week or something like that, so it seems like it's working just fine. But there's other things in here that I haven't really done, like reading. I just read 2 days in a row. I did read or listen to about 6 books. I don't even know how I did that, but I did that in 2 days, and then I think that was too much, because then I felt like, okay, I'm done. So yeah. And then other areas that I might want to check and see if those are important to me or not, and add them or remove them for my next tracker. Some notes in there. Then I have this card. This is a postcard from the Travelers Company factory in Tokyo. I think I bought this one at the actual Tokyo station. I just love how it looked. Very travel-y friendly, very travel-y, like, aesthetic. And I wasn't really using any other setup, or I'm not first of all going to send it to anybody, and I'm not using any other setup that I can fit it into, I guess. So I just punch it and using it here as a divider from my personal planning to the social media planning. So in here, I just have content planning, meaning like videos that I might want to share at some point. So I write everything in erasable pen just in case. And then I have my July overview for just to kind of tell me when I posted. This month has been super slow. I want to kind of take a break and not necessarily step back completely, but just kind of take my time to do what I want to do and just make sure that I'm having fun at it and not necessarily doing it because I want to stay consistent. I guess consistency is important, but also quality and value and what I shared online. So some notes in here, some other sticky notes in there about ideas and just thoughts, I guess, about different things. So that's that. And then, so this will be my my July inserts. I do have my June month in here just in case I needed to refer back to it at some point, but I really haven't. So yeah. But this will be my July setup. So it includes my monthlies and my weeklies. And I did this intentionally so I can do this. So when I'm done with July, I can just remove the whole thing and I'm not going to take anything from any other month. It will be only for July. So that's the idea there. Then it takes me to, we get to August. I'm sorry, August. So this is the cover for August. I just kept it very minimal, just wrote August in the front and then went straight to my monthly. The monthly, I set it up just a tad differently than before. Before I was tracking my 12-week progress in the left side columns in here with the color codes, and then I had my tracker at the bottom and then 2 spaces for notes. But then this time around I decided to move the tracker from the bottom to the side here and then just leave more space for notes, and I will be tracking still my 12-week progress, but I will do it within the actual month. Yeah, so that's that. I will also move my tab, which is the one that I use to get to my current month. So once July is over, I will move this tab to August, and the same thing every single week. I'll do the same thing for the weekly tab. And I just keep it on the right page, even though it's not necessarily the weekly there, but I'll keep it on the right. That way I can see it from this side. So that would be that. And then the actual August setup, it's really the same anyways as July. I liked the weeklies so much that I left it the same. The monthlies, I just switched this. I included these 2 spreads in here for brainstorming and mind mapping about how I want my month to go, just something different to keep it fresh. But then the weeklies, I went back to what I'm currently doing here, just to have the week on the left and then an open space on the right, because I liked how it worked. It's just perfect for what I'm trying to do. So keep it functional, simple, creative, because I do kind of set it up myself, but it's just right to the point, and but also with some flexibility around it. So I'd still have the space here to add whatever it is that I wanted to add as I go. I created the calendar overview for content or media planning. And then on all the sections, I always keep a stash of blank paper just in case I need that. Then the next section is my trackers. So I track in here, I have here anything that is tracker related. I'll kept it over here. Even though I do track stuff in my weeks, I also like other things to have a tracker for like yearly stuff. So for example, here I just have that second half of the year. I will have to make another one for the first half of the year just to track these items, like last time we went to the dentist, or doctor appointments, or last time we changed the oil of the car and things like that. This is an overview of what's happening on each month of the year. Just very simple and nothing too complicated. Just wanted a space for each month to write something, reminders for things that were happening. This is a tracker that I created for August. This is going to be a test or a trial, I guess, where I track different areas and including pretty much anything that happens on the month, or the things that I think about the most, I guess. So anything that is personal, money related, doctor related, school related, appointments, media, and how home care or anything that is home related. The weather, just because it's fun, my mood, and my steps will be on this side. So, and then I have this key to remind me what color means what, just in case I forget. Although I use the same colors for the same things pretty much for everything. So then I have a master list here. So anything that comes to mind that at some point needs to be done, write it down. And some of them I know when I want to get them done, so I just go ahead and add an open circle. And it only gets colored in if it actually gets complete. Some of them have multiple circles because it repeats throughout the month. So I just add multiples and only color the ones that are completed. So that's like the master list, and I can add or remove as I go and continue it on the back. So that's the beauty of this one. Then I have my 12-week project tracker in here, where I track the weeks per week, how many times I actually work on the thing that I want to get better at. And these are the areas also with color coding. So everything, the colors mean the same, are within the same category, even though I use them in different trackers. They are, yeah, they're the same. So that's what I do in here. And then in the back here, I have medication tracking and financial tracking, which I'm going to skip. And I do have some empty pages in case I need this. Same thing. Then we get to the next section, which is my personal section, my personal journal, sort of my mapping, memory keeping section. It'll be like a diary or a daily page, but it's truly a place for me to just write down what's going on a daily basis, and sort of like a snippets of the day, and just to kind of let it out and just write about it. And maybe that can help with memory keeping, not only because I can come back and read on it, but because of the act of writing it will ingrain the memory better in my brain. So science says. So that's what I do in here. I just kind of put a sticker of the day and just writing in the morning. You already know the drill. I just enter an intention for the day, gratitude entry, and then at the evening, during the day or in the evening, I'll come back and add more to it through the day. Sometimes I write more than others, and I just go with the flow. I add anything that I can think of that's happening. Sad little tiny pictures. I've been actually using my Sprocket printer to print little tiny pictures, but what I do is I'll go to my Instagram, I create a collage of different pictures, and I add the filters that I want and all the stickers or whatever it is that I want to add. I take a screenshot of that multiple pictures, and then that screenshot, I crop it and print it on my Sprocket, and I can have multiple tiny pictures in there. And that has been a game changer, because now I can have multiple pictures, first of all, from one little page, from one little insert or printer page for the printer, and also customize it to whatever it is that I want it to look like. These first pages in here are the white paper that I got dot grid from Amazon. I loved it. I liked writing on this paper. It's just so easy, and you can use markers and any marker that you have, and it won't bleed through or anything. And it's also very smooth, but it's too thick for my liking. And especially since I'm planning on bulking the planner and adding so much to it. So in here, there's only, I want to say about 10 pages. And in here, I'm pretty sure this is much more than that. It might be more than double the amount, and it's about the same size. So I decided to just switch to the Tomo River paper and leave this in here. These are just a few days from June, so I'll keep them here for now. And I just went ahead and moved to the Tomo River paper as soon as I got it, and I will continue to use it for now on. But what I will do is we'll keep it here 1 month at a time. I think it depends on how bulky it gets, but I do know that at least when we get to August, I will remove June from here And then I might just keep July and August. And then when we get to September, I'll keep August and September. That's what I'm thinking. I'm planning just because I like going back and reviewing the page, flipping through the pages. But it depends on how bulky it gets. Although the tomo river paper will definitely help with that. So that's that. As far as flipping through the pages being tomo river paper, truly I haven't really found it any harder than just normal paper, although I do keep in mind that it's a little bit more fragile. So I do take care of, make sure that I'm doing it softly and gently and being with care. I can't see it becoming a problem if the planner gets too bulky. Can see that happening. But truly, as of right now, I haven't really had any issues with it. So, and even I actually have the I just want to talk about the Tomo River, the 1.222 that I switched to I cut it to be inserts. I actually flipped through these pages just normal, and it is Tomo River paper as well, and it's truly, it doesn't really affect anything. Pigmency is just normal. The only thing will be, I guess, again, if I made the planner too bulky, that can definitely, I can see that becoming an issue because of the paper being too thin. Other than that, I think it's great. In since there's no issue with that, adding more to it as of right now and keeping all the inserts in here hasn't been a problem for me. So the next section, actually within this section, one new section that I added was my dream tracking. So anytime I have a dream that I remember at least a little bit of it, I'll come over here and write it down. And it's just the tracking. So anytime that I feel like I had that dream before, I can come over here and confirm it or deny it. So yeah, that's the idea there. Then the next section is my tarot, which is not new. I have this one. As soon as I set up my planner, I make sure to have a tarot section so I could do my tarot readings within the same system. Although I do have another rings that is only for tarot, but I wanted to have everything in one book as the One Book July challenge, so I added everything in here. I turned this I want to say it's also a page lifter that came with the planner. I just turned it into a, I guess, divider or something. I just put a pocket in here to hold a card for the day. And I've been using the Amazon inserts in the cream blank pages for tarot. And I think I'm going to continue to do that. First of all, because I'm not keeping too much in here. I'm just going to keep maybe a month at a time and then just remove the rest. And second, because I just like how it looks, the cream paper, and it's thick but not too thick. So I like having the ability to just use markers without feeling like it's going to go bleed through or anything like that. So I kept those in here, and I just have a few inserts there, extra pages just in case. And then I added another section within the tarot section, and that is only for moon planning, which I haven't really done, but that's the plan, just to go with the moon phases to combine that with my tarot to plan a little bit more clearly. I have some cards in here, index cards that I just keep in here for whatever notes I have to take, and then a private section of notes that I am not planning on sharing. So I just make sure to put it all the way to the back, and I clip it in here to make sure it doesn't open. So that's that. Then I have my sticker book that I have been carrying with me for a while now. I just went in through my stickers and added here as much as I could that from my favorites, and also keep in here the dates that I'm using. So I'm keeping half of the month at a time, just so I can have more different stickers in the rest of the pages. And I actually filled it up completely, I believe. Yeah. And so what I'll do is I just use the very last part of the insert to hold it in the back there. I have some sticky notes here. This is the Traveler's Company sticker pocket that I got. I think I talked about that when it did my flip through, and I created this reading log from to look like a vintage sort of library card to track the audiobooks that I'm listening to. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. So a lot of things are the same from the very first setup that I showed you. Truly, I think I just added 2 more sections, which were the dream section and the moon planning section, and also changed the pages, the actual paper I'm using, and just rearranged the sections to make sure they make more sense as routine wise. So I think that it's all about the update and flip through. I want to say that I am content as of right now. I might see myself as changing back to a different one eventually, but for now, I'm planning on staying here because it's really working, and I am enjoying truly just reaching out for one planner only every single day, just carrying with me, and not having to bring multiple planners with me or anything like that. The only other thing that I might include eventually is the just adding some kind of system where I can just hold, which I think I do have something. I can just hold maybe a few things like my tweezers, which I use often. So from here, I use my tweezers, and I use the ruler, and I use some of the color markers. So I want to have some kind of thing that I can wrap around in here and hold more of those. I have one, but it's only for holding two pens. And really, I don't need that. I have these in here. So just something else that I can hold some of those other things that I use often. And that way it can be all compact in one sort of bundle when I am carrying around with me. But other than that, it's working just fine. I am definitely staying here for the month of August and going with the flow, enjoying every minute of it. And we'll see how it goes for the rest of the year. For now, we're staying here. So I will definitely share other things with you. Perhaps if I do different setups for the upcoming months, I might share those setups with you. I am actually sharing. If I haven't shared already, I will soon. So I hope that you like and subscribe so you can be notified when that is live. But it will be like a step-by-step guide on how I came to choose my systems, and tips and ideas, tips based on my experience, my journey with planning. And ideas on how to make better decisions for 2025 in terms of planning systems and books, and how to actually plan for a system that is more functional and more personalized to our own likings and styles. So, and that will include a printable as well, with prompts and a guide and a whole setup for you to kind of follow along. I will share a little bit about my story and how I got where I am right now in terms of my plannings go. And anyways, so that will be uploaded soon. I hope that you are sticking around for that. And until then, I think I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, for being here, and for your support. And until next time.